There are a lot of different weapons in Fallout 76, so of course when you first start out you will be wondering which ones are the best. And that might be a little confusing for new players because unlike other Fallout games, where the best weapons are usually unique legendary weapons, sometimes the better weapons in Fallout 76 are usually just legendary versions of normal weapons, with specific legendary perks on them. And sometimes unique weapons will dominate the game. So in this video, I wanted to go over 10 of the best weapons in Fallout 76, and how to get them. Of course, every weapon can be good if you use the right build for the weapon, and things are always changing. So the weapons in this video may not be good in 6 months, but if you're playing the game right now, any of these weapons will be good choices and you should work towards getting them. But before we start this video, if you're a fan of the Fallout games and the Fallout TV show, click the link in the pinned comment below to join my Fallout Discord server, where you can find other people to play Fallout 76 with, or just talk about anything related to Fallout. You may even be able to find people who have extra copies of the weapons that I'll be talking about in this video that you can trade with them to get. And now let's get into it. The first weapon on the list is one that you more than likely have heard about or seen in the game a lot, and that is the Elder's Mark submachine gun. The Elder's Mark is a beast of a weapon, and it can be used for pretty much anything in the game including the raid. But it's also great for just doing normal things like questing, public events, and expeditions. It's a great all-around weapon and it's hard to put it down. The only reason I personally swap off of this weapon is because it has a very high rate of fire and it will go through ammo very quickly. The normal submachine gun is also really good, but the Elder's Mark will come with perks on it that you may already want for your build. It will come with the Furious perk, which will increase its damage by 45%, the Rapid perk, which will increase the weapon's speed by 25%, and the Swift perk, which will make the weapon reload 15% faster. And because it's a cursed weapon, it will do an extra 15% damage to all enemies. And it will have a 20% faster attack speed, but it will also break faster. But you can still get all of those legendary perks on a normal submachine gun. You just won't get the bonuses from it being a cursed weapon, which is noticeable. Personally, I threw a prime receiver and a drum mag on mine, and it melts enemies very quickly. To get the Elder's Mark, you'll just need to farm the Beasts of Burden event, which will happen at the Sacramento Glade area, or you can buy it from another player's vending machine. The next weapon on the list is the Pepper Shaker. Currently, the Pepper Shaker is one of the better heavy weapons in the game, and there are some very powerful builds for it. The Pepper Shaker is a heavy full auto shotgun, so it will benefit from perk cards that affect both heavy weapons and shotguns. It will have a high rate of fire and it will hit hard, so that means it'll have a high DPS. The only bad thing about this weapon is that it may be hard to get. The plan to craft this weapon will come from the Graham's Meat Cook event, which is only available during certain times of the year. The last time that this event was available was I think on July 1st, 2025, so it may return soon. Other than that, you could purchase a pre-crafted Pepper Shaker from another player, and then add your own legendary mods to it. I commonly see them being sold for pretty cheap, so it might be easy for you to find one. The next weapon on the list is actually 3 different weapons that fall under the same category, and that will be bows. Bows are currently doing really well, and there are some insane builds that you can use to make bows hit extremely hard. There's actually a huge group of players that discuss bows and bow builds on Reddit. It's a very popular playstyle, which I guess is to be expected in a Bethesda game. Now your entry to this will be the basic bow. You can buy the plans to craft the bow and different types of arrows from Sunny at Foundation for caps. The next step above that is the Burning Love bow. This will come from the Tunnel of Love public event. This is a really cool looking and powerful weapon. It will come with 3 perks on it, which will make it do more damage to humans, increase your accuracy in VATS, and increase your damage resistance while aiming down the sights. It also has a baked-in unique effect that will make it do fire damage on every hit. The Tunnel of Love event will have a 50% chance to give you this weapon, so if you want to create a bow build, I would start with the Burning Love bow, and if for some reason you can't get it to drop, then I would go for a normal bow. But the best bow in the game is the Compound bow, as it will have the highest base damage. But to get the plans for the compound bow, you'll need to reach allied rank with the settlers, and then you can purchase the plans from Samuel in Foundation for gold bullion. So this won't be available to everyone right away. The nice thing about bows is that they also count as suppressed weapons, so they'll be affected by stealth and sneak perk cards. The next weapon on the list is another powerful heavy weapon, and that will be the Gauss Minigun. To get the plans for this weapon, you'll need to reach allied rank with the Raiders, then you can purchase the plans from Mortimer at the Crater. This is another one of the strongest heavy weapons in the game. It may even be the strongest depending on the build that you're using with it. This will be another crafted only weapon, so you'll need to craft your Gauss Minigun, then add the perks onto it that you want for your build. But it will always have a high rate of fire and a high base damage, and it's definitely worth the grind. Next up on the list are the plasma rifles, which will be the normal plasma rifle and the Enclave Plasma Rifle, but more specifically the flamer versions of these plasma rifles. The normal flamer plasma rifle will be easy for anyone to get. You'll just need to go to the White Spring Mall and talk to the Brotherhood of Steel vendor, and here you can buy the plans for the plasma pistol. And then go to Camden Park and talk to vendor bot Chad to purchase the plans for the flamer mod. The Enclave Plasma Rifle will be much harder to get, because you can't purchase plans for the weapon or any of the mods from the vendors. Instead, you'll need to farm Enclave events like Dropped Connection and Bots on Parade to get pre-crafted versions of the Enclave Plasma Rifle and the mods for it. And you can also check the vendors at the train stations for the Flamer mod. It can be really hard to get the Enclave version of this weapon, but the normal Flamer Plasma Rifle is also very strong, so I would suggest starting there. Personally, I think the Enclave and the normal plasma rifle are up there as the best weapons in the game. They will do a lot of damage very quickly, and they can be used to easily solo the first boss of the raid. They will melt pretty much everything that you encounter as long as you get close enough to it. The ones that I use have the Furious, Hitman's, Swift, and Pinpointers mods on them, along with the Prime Capacitor, making them very powerful. The next weapon on the list is the Dom Pedro. This is actually a brand new weapon, and you can get it and the mods for it from the scoreboard for the Blood and Rust season. It's a little bit of a grind to unlock everything, but if you're looking for a pistol for your pistol build, this is a very good option. It can be modified to do a lot of damage, and you can add a lucky magazine to it, which will give you a chance to refill ammo into your mag every time that you hit an enemy. And you can mod it to make it fire explosive rounds that will penetrate through targets. It's a very fast and hard-hitting weapon that will do a lot of damage. The next two weapons on the list will be obtained using the same methods, and those weapons will be the Cold Shoulder Shotgun and the Auto Axe. Now, to get these weapons, you'll need to either farm stamps to buy them from Giuseppe at the White Spring Resort, or you can buy them from the Atomic Shop for about 700 atoms each. The Auto Axe is an amazing weapon for players looking for a melee build. This weapon is basically a chainsaw with a very fast attack speed that will hit your target many times in a short amount of time. But it won't come with any legendary or special effects, so you'll have to modify yours to fit it into your build. In my opinion, the Cold Shoulder is the best shotgun in the game. It will have a high base damage and a surprisingly high rate of fire, and unlike the Auto Axe, it will come with special effects. Those effects will make it hold 4 times as much ammo in the mag, so it will hold 8 rounds in total. It will also do 50% more damage to cryptid enemies, and it will freeze and slow enemies that you shoot with it. The Cold Shoulder is a weapon that I use every day, and I highly recommend it. With a good shotgun build, this could be the only weapon that you need. The next weapon on the list is the Fixer. Now, this weapon used to be much better, but it ended up getting some nerfs. But even after that, the Fixer is still a great weapon, and it's a common weapon that you'll see people using during this season, as it can still do a lot of damage, especially with the right build. Now, to get this weapon and the plans to craft it, you'll need to complete the Lying Low side quest, which will start when you go to any train station and read the Sheep Squatch Ate My Brother poster. And then after this questline, you'll unlock access to the encrypted event, which you'll need to farm to get the plans for the Fixer. And then you can make Fixers with any legendary perks on it that you want for your build. but the fixer will always have 3 baked in effects on it. The first one will increase your sneaking speed by 100%, the second will increase your stealth in shadows by 15%, and the third will increase your armor penetration by 40%. So having those 3 effects plus 3 legendary effects makes this a very strong weapon. And the final weapon on the list is the Plasma Caster, which is another very powerful heavy energy weapon. It will do more damage per shot than most energy weapons, but it will have a slower rate of fire. To get this weapon, you'll need to purchase the plans from Regs in Vault 79 for gold bullion, but it only costs 750 gold bullion, so it's pretty easy to get. And those are 10 weapons that you don't want to miss in Fallout 76. But I would love to know what your favorite weapons are in the comments below. I hope this video helps you, and thank you for watching.